Okay, so I was talking about how self-love is expressed by doing things whose consequences are for one's highest good. Okay, for your own highest good. So this is why I'm talking about the need for a culture of career orientation. People need to know that it is possible to have a career that will earn you a living that will still fulfill you inside as a human being. It's very much possible, you know. And so entity dynamics, the way I've conceptualized this career this establishment, this creation of a culture of career orientation is to create a program which begins with career conceptualization and then career development. Okay, so career conceptualization basically consists of asking the client or whoever they are, ideally, this should be getting done with kids in primary school, but more importantly in high school, because I think primary school, okay, they can think about these things and that's cool. But, if you want to be effective, start in high school, preferably in grade 9, standard 7, before people actually have to choose subjects that they're going to do up until matric. Okay, but anyway, it can still be done all the way up until matric. It can even be done afterwards. People can still change their careers at 50 years old, whatever, So what one does in this is to say to the person, okay, in my case would be my client, but if you're watching this and you want to check this out with your own kids, by all means, ask the person, what do you want to do with your life? Okay. Now, it's a very open-ended question, obviously, but people will feel intuitively on a deep consciousness or soul level what they're inclined towards. Someone will say, I want to help people. Okay, cool. Then you ask, how do you want to help people? I want to help people by making sure they have enough food to eat. Okay, cool. Now you're starting to get closer to what possible careers this person could choose. I want to help people by teaching them how to grow food. Now, this person then could be looking at a career as a farmer, a urban farming person, a small scale farmer who teaches people. It's all sorts of things, we're talking all sorts of stuff, but actually, basically what we're talking about is we're talking agriculture, right? And if you want to teach people how to grow their own food, then we're talking about, crop production and maybe small scale livestock husbandry or something. You know what I'm saying? But remember, this person also said, I want to help people, to grow their own food. So we're looking at someone who's going to be more inclined towards philanthropic work as opposed to simply commercial work. Okay, that's an example. So I've done this program before as a pilot in a school close by. And what I did in that setting, so if you're a teacher and you're watching this and you want to try it out with your kids, what I did in that setting was I said, okay, who here wants to be a doctor? All right. So kids put up their hands. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. So then there were like 4 of them. And I said, okay, why do you want to be a doctor? Just take a minute to think about it. Then I asked them each in turn, why do you want to be a doctor? One said they like the idea of performing surgery, right? The other one said they like the idea of doing research, like in a laboratory. The other person said they like the idea of helping people. And then the other person, I think, said, they want to be a GP. They see themselves as basically someone who helps people improve their health or recoup their health, right? And I mean, there you can see those are 4 different careers within the field of medicine, So ultimately, the point is helping the person, or you watching this, and you're interested in your career conceptualizing and developing your career, ask yourself, what is it that you want to do with your life? Okay. Then you need to ask yourself, why do you like that thing? Or if you can't figure out what you want to do with your life and you're like, this is such a huge question, what are you talking about, Pam? Okay, cool. Ask yourself, what do you like doing? You know, like if you could be paid to do something that you like doing, what's that thing that you like doing that you would be very happy to be paid to do? You know, I mean, I asked myself this question ages ago, and I thought to myself, oh, I'd love to be paid to watch movies because I love watching movies, you know. And then thinking about that, I realized, oh, what is it about movie watching that I like so much? I love stories. I love stories, like well-written stories. I love them so much. And even if the production is not great for me, as long as the story is solid, I can watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. But on the other hand, if the production is fantastic, but the story is whack, I can't watch it. I cannot watch a movie with a whack storyline. I can't. It gets to me personally, you know. I take it personally. So I realized I love movies. I love storytelling. And so, you know, I'm very much interested in that. So, and then another thing I like doing is teaching. You know, I love to absorb knowledge, assimilate knowledge, and then dispense of it to other people, disseminate it. I love that. That's like something I really enjoy doing. And that's what I'm doing right now, right? So I've started a career for myself, basically being a teacher, but teaching on a subject matter which I think is vitally important to the development of human beings on this planet. And like I said, it's not just career development that I have in this program. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, which I'll talk about later. But essentially what I'm saying is, you know, figure out what do you like doing and then do that, you know. I remember in the school that I was teaching at, you know, and anything can be a career. Honestly, if you do it properly and you find a market for yourself and you study it, you know, because you have to study it, you have to learn from other people how to be a master of that thing that you want to make a career out of, because you want to produce a high quality service to give to your client so that they can pay you feeling like they've gotten something worthwhile for their money, right? So this one boy said he wants to be a taxi driver, and then the whole class started laughing. And I said, what are you laughing about? Millions of people in South Africa depend on taxi drivers every day. It's a vital function in our economy that needs to be filled. So I said to him, to add value to your boss, learn mechanics so that if your taxi breaks down, you can fix it. Then, because you've added value, you'll probably be an indispensable member of his staff. You'll have a job that earns your livelihood. Save that money. You'll probably find yourself owning your own taxis at some point. Because you're a mechanic, you're able to make sure that your taxis stay in good shape and you provide a better service to your clients. You know what I mean? Another girl said she wants to be a domestic worker. Again, they laughed. And I said, domestic workers, again, play a vital role in our economy. Millions of people depend on them to keep their lives functional. If I didn't have someone helping me in my house, I'd probably be having to spend that same money on therapy because I'd be so stressed out. Okay. So I said to her, learn CPR, learn nutrition so you can cook well for the family, learn how to drive so that you can be more of value to your employer. Then you'll earn more money, right? So it's about increasing your capacity to do your career to the best of your ability so that you can render a service that's of value to your client. So it does require tertiary education. So I'm going to leave it there. And then, you know, tomorrow I'll talk about the other aspects of career conceptualization. And then after that conceptualization, how we go into the development phase of your career. You know, and then I'll just give some hints to teachers like I'm doing and parents how you can do this. Because like I said, you know, I need to get this information out. God help me that it becomes a career that actually makes me money. But I know that, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So thank you and goodbye.